Hi everyone. It's October 1st, 2025. Just want to make a video about trespassing and theft that's been going on for quite some time. It's been on and off. I've tried finding solutions to this problem. I would for a short period of time, and then it'll start back up again. I have security devices in my apartment, and then of course these scumbags, these damn communists and fascists, you know, they'll find ways to adjust. And what do I mean by adjusting? Well, they'll hack into your devices, including your phone, just like that piece of shit FBI agent did in October 2023, and I talked about this already. But yeah, it's I'm taking action against the people that are trespassing. I'm not gonna talk too much about what I'm doing, but I'm taking action as I speak and as I record this video. So they've taken away years of my life. Years. It's exhausting. It's preposterous. I know some people have it worse, but it doesn't mean I have to like some scumbag trespassing into my apartment, into my place of residence where I pay rent. The rent is not cheap. The damn fucking rent is not cheap. Yet they have the audacity to trespass. One, trespass. Two, steal my personal belongings. Who does that? What kind of fucking scumbag does that? So, I want to talk about this place I moved into June 30th or June 31st, whichever was the last day in June. It was kind of quiet, I think, for a little bit. For about 30 days it was kind of quiet. Then about 30 days later, I believe it was July 30th or July 31st, I was sitting in my apartment trying to get some work done. Then some asshole showed up with a key. Oh, I tested out the lock. I tested out the lock. Put the key in the lock. Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I told the motherfucker, well, mine works for me. So what do you want? Can you leave? And I told him, hey man, if you want to stop by, you let me know prior to that. Okay, you let me know. You call me or you email me. You don't just stop by like that because I'm busy. I told him that nicely. I wasn't yelling at him like I might be yelling right now, but I told him nicely. Let me know. And he had that attitude. Oh, I stopped by. I tested out the key. I tested out the lock. I tested out the lock. I stopped by. What is the problem? I told him, no, you're not gonna stop by like that. You're gonna let me know prior. 24 hours in advance, you're gonna let me know. You're gonna call me or you're gonna email me, or next time you're not stopping by. You're gonna stop by next time, there's gonna be an issue. So motherfucker left. Motherfucker left. I was about to go downstairs. I saw another worker. I told another worker what happened, and then I went downstairs. I spoke with the building manager. I told her what happened, and I told her, hey, you gotta respect my privacy. You can't be doing that. Um, I forgot to talk about one more thing. Another incident that occurred before I went and spoke with the manager, the building manager. So let me calm down a little bit because I'm getting angry and I'm getting some words mixed up. Alright, I think I'm calm. So after I spoke with the first guy, I went back, sat down, had some work to do. About 2 hours later, some spook showed up. He had a cart full of paint. And not only did he not knock, he tried to go in. He opened the door and attempted to go into my apartment. No notice, nothing, absolutely nothing. And I'm sitting there looking at him, thinking, what the hell is going on here? So I went over to the door and I said to the guy, hey man, do you always just go into people's places without even knocking? What's going on? What's going on with you? He's standing there looking at me. Oh, I was sent here to paint your apartment. What the hell are you talking about? I just moved into this apartment about 30 days ago, and you're here to paint the walls when the walls were just painted. The walls were just painted, I don't know, 45, 60 days ago. No need to paint the walls again, asshole. So he left, and I was just tired. Second incident in just a few hours. So that's when I went downstairs to speak with the building manager. And I told the building manager, hey, look, don't you respect people's privacy? You know, I pay for my rent. I pay for my rent on time. What's the issue? You can't just try to go into somebody's apartment, violate their space, violate their privacy. But that's not all they did. That wasn't all they did. So I sent an email right after I talked to her. I sent an email, no response. The building manager told me, I'll forward your email to my boss. I said, okay. Can I talk to your boss? She kept giving me the runaround. She kept getting well, I already told her, I already sent an email. I forwarded your email, blah blah blah. So next day, I went to the bike room. I have a bike. I went to the bike room. The bike was locked. No issues the evening prior with the bike, none. And I checked on it. I checked on it for a reason. We had something going on. Not just me, but the rest of the room, the bike room. Something going on with the bikes. So I went to check that evening. Right after I sent the email, everything was fine with the bike. Next morning, I went to grab some coffee, grab my bike, and the chain was off. Like someone tampered with the chain on my bike. So I'm thinking, how the hell did that happen? Less than 24 hours ago, probably 12 hours ago, I checked on the bike. Nothing was wrong with it, nothing. And then I wake up to go grab some coffee in the morning. What do you know? Some issue occurred out of nowhere with my chain on that bike. Out of nowhere. That wasn't the only issue with that bike. About 2 or 3 weeks later, flat tire, out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, flat tire. So within 30 days, 2 incidents with the bike. Um, oh yeah, one more incident I forgot to mention. There was an issue with the bike seat. So something got damaged and the bike seat kept moving left to right. So some hardware part fell off, or there was some kind of damage. So 3 incidents, not 2 but 3 incidents that I can remember. And this happened the past, I don't know, 30 to 60 days. Just all kinds of issues with my bike. So let me talk about the theft. I want to talk about the theft. About 2 weeks after I sent the email talking about respect and privacy, I started having items just go missing. I have a tower fan in my apartment. The remote control went missing. That's one. Before I move on to other items, let me tell you this: that tower fan did not go anywhere. The tower fan was always in my apartment. I used it for the heat during the summertime. Same goes for that remote control. Did not go anywhere until what seems like someone had stolen it, trespassed into my apartment and had stolen the remote control. So I checked everywhere. I checked every spot, every corner. I even checked in the trash can, thinking maybe I threw away that remote control. Bullshit. Why would I throw, and I remember thinking, why would I throw something out that I'm using? It doesn't make any sense. But I checked anyway. So the remote control just vanished into thin air, never to be found again. Other items went missing. I had 2 sets of spoons and 2 sets of forks, 4 each. So a set of 16, a total set of 16. 1 fork, nowhere to be found. Who gives a fuck about a fork? How dare you go into my damn apartment where I pay rent? 1, 2, don't bother anybody, not a damn fucking soul. Scumbags. Fork goes missing, remote control missing. Steak knives, I had 4 of them. Okay, steak knives were old. Now there's 2 of them. Two steak knives left out of 4. So, trespassing, misdemeanor, crime. Theft, a felony crime. This shit carries multiple years in prison, up to 3 or 5 years in prison time. So, but guess what? You call the fucking cops, which I did about a few hours prior to recording this video. I called the damn cops. I called 311 trying to be respectful. They're telling me, well, they're busy. They're busy. We can give you, I'll give you another number to call. Give me the runaround. Here, call this number. You call that number. Nobody's picking up the phone. Then you call 911, and they're literally mocking me, telling me something I said once, which was, I pay my taxes here, and I'd like to make a police report maybe once or twice a year, motherfuckers. So, and they're they're literally mocking me, telling me the same thing. Oh, well, you can call 911 and you can tell them that you want to file a police report, and that you pay your taxes over here. So bye bye and have a nice day. You fucking piece of shit. So these people are fucking useful, and I'm suspecting them to be targeting me here in the city of Chicago, where the communists rule this damn fucking city. That's why there's so much crime. Criminals are seldom ever held accountable. Illegal aliens are giving all kinds of free fucking stuff, and then they can't fix the roads, they can't fix the public transportation. American people are homeless, they got nothing to eat, they're starving, they're sleeping on the streets, people are attacked, police either don't show up, or it takes them 15 to 20 minutes to show up. By the time even if they do show up, by the time they show up, the fucking perpetrator is gone. That's how these fucking communists treat taxpayers over here, the city of Chicago. And I don't understand why I keep living here, giving them my taxpayers' money. Probably not gonna happen for very, very long. So probably not gonna happen for very long at all. So fucking red communist bastards. So I don't know if I'm yelling because the waves are kind of loud. So if you think I'm yelling, just maybe turn down the volume. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. So, but I decided to talk about this. It's been about 2 or 3 weeks since I made a video. I've been very busy. Been meaning to post a video. So, and yeah, I'm taking action against the communist bastards, because I'm sick and tired of them. I've already made some phone calls. I'm gonna file a police report online, since they don't want to take my police report over the phone. And I believe I'm already flagged for not being helped in any way. I'm no criminal. I've never been convicted of any crime, but us Trump supporters who have been targeted for many years now, and I believe I've been targeted prior to President Trump running for office, because I don't tolerate bullshit, and I don't tolerate the abuse, and I stand up for myself. So that's why the criminals in charge at the very top, they don't like men like me, you know. They don't like us. They don't like people who stand up for themselves. They don't like people who push back against tyranny, abuse, corruption. So but I'm probably gonna end this video soon. I don't know if you guys heard about the 270 something FBI agents that were on January 6th, the Fedsurrection motherfuckers, and how Nancy Pelosi pretty much, I think it was her daughter that said that Nancy Pelosi told the military members to stand down when President Trump, he either offered 5,000 or 500, I believe it was 5,000 people to assist, to make sure there was order, and I heard Nancy Pelosi turned it down. So January 6th, it was a planned insurrection by the communist Democrats and the intel agencies. Half of them need to go, in my opinion. They don't deserve taxpayers' money. The CIA is unaccountable. They do whatever the fuck they want, anytime, anywhere. It's a mess. This country is a fucking mess. So now I'm hearing the dollar is getting devalued more and more. And yeah, it's crazy. But 270 something FBI agents were there on January 6th at the Capitol. What were they doing? Inciting violence? And the fucking cops were telling Trump supporters over there, come on in, come on in. They were letting the Trump supporters in. So they went in, they walked around. A brave man, you know, he sat at, I think it was Pelosi's desk. He sat at the Pelosi's desk, you know, put his feet up, and he got prosecuted for that. So, for sitting at her desk. He probably paid taxes for that very same position. The most that should have happened was trespass, maybe probation. That's it. A lot of Trump supporters got thrown into prison. Their rights violated. Prison for many years. And it's good thing Trump, you know, he dismissed, what is it called? I forget the word, but he had a lot of them. He had a lot of them let out. Pardoned. Okay, he pardoned them. I think most, if not all, of January 6th patriots were pardoned. Because they didn't deserve to be sent to prison for so many years. The BLM fucking rioters, they didn't go to prison. They were let out by the fucking communists. They were let out by the communists, and they did a lot more damage. They were burning down shit. They were stealing shit. Cities destroyed. Businesses destroyed. Small businesses destroyed. It had nothing to do with that criminal George Floyd. See? You guys see what's going on in this country? How they treat one side as opposed to the other side, and then you have violence perpetrated against that one side. These are, whether they're conservatives, whether they're independents, violence is being committed against them. They're being harassed. They're being targeted based on their political beliefs, based on their religious beliefs, philosophical beliefs. Whatever beliefs people have that are different from the creeps and criminals, these people get targeted for those beliefs. So the FBI, they should just be demolished and abolished, including the CIA and NSA, all these spooks. 3 to 6 agencies should be demolished and abolished. There are 17 or 18. Last time I checked, I saw 18 intel agencies. Too many of them. They need to be gone. Some of them need to be gone. The taxpayers should not be flipping the bill for these agencies. Especially if the FBI is engaging in politics, which they're not supposed to be doing. And I'm going to talk about that a little more in another video. But they're not supposed to be engaging in politics. They're supposed to be solving crime. That's their fucking job. And they're not supposed to be targeting their political opponents. Just like the local law enforcement. They're supposed to be solving crimes and not targeting their political opponents. But because these communists and fascist bastards think they can get away with anything, so that what they do is target their political opponents. Like I said a little while ago, I was targeted before I became Trump supporter. My targeting only escalated, and I believe I was targeted because I was placed on the government watch list. I don't know for sure if that's what's going on, but if I have some scumbag hacking into my phone, identifying himself to be the FBI, I don't know what else to think. I constantly get harassed. Someone trespasses into my apartment, steals my shit, And then when I do things like send an email, they escalate things. These people have no fear, they have no shame. It's just they're looking for trouble. They want a lawsuit. I'm telling you, these fuckers want a lawsuit. The apartment building wants a lawsuit. The city wants a lawsuit. The state wants a lawsuit. The FBI scumbags want a lawsuit. Yep. The Federal Bureau of Imbeciles want a fucking lawsuit. That's what it appears to me like. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video.